Now, the question is going to become, how do you pass the evaluation process, right? And the reality is, on the surface, it sounds like they basically want you to have all these great attributes that sometimes are kind of conflicting with each other, right? For example, it's a new space. Like, how can you expect all your hires to have a lot of experience in this field, right? Until 3 years ago, maybe the number of people that were working as AI product managers were 3 digits. So that's a reality, and there, many other kind of examples like this that we as PMs would probably experience. But this doesn't mean that there's no opportunity. So there's a couple ways for you to kind of become that attractive candidate. One, like I mentioned, really becoming an AI PM before you land the job, right? And the way you do that is by practicing those set of skill sets wherever you get a chance, right? Through community events or like hackathons, and building products. Like, there's nothing more important than actually building something that you can present and you can kind of talk about. Because when you actually build a product, that's when you start realizing some of the limitations of the technology, so you can have an intelligent conversation. It's somebody actually mentioned to me once that people that do well in interviews, they think of a job interview as an intellectual conversation between two smart people. And I thought it was very interesting, especially when you're aiming for a company that's very attractive to a large number of intelligent people. That's a good way of thinking about it. And the best way for you to handle that conversation is for you to be able to talk intelligently about kind of the nuances of the tech stack. And the best way for you to learn that is through building things, right? Like building a PRD. And if it's possible, especially with no-code tools or attending like a hackathon, even turning that into some sort of a prototype that allows you to kind of see those like limitations in the real world. And then writing about it. There's nothing like writing when it comes to learning. It's very hard. It's very hard to be authentic. And good news is that in the world of AI and ML, there's so many areas that are kind of just like kind of scratching the surface right now. You can kind of go really deep in one particular area. We had somebody that actually went really deep on one particular metric for one particular company. And he published an interesting blog post about it. And after the blog post was published, he started receiving a lot of contacts, a lot of interest from people on LinkedIn, like recruiters saying, "Oh, we really like this blog post that you published. We'd like to talk to you." But it needs to be genuinely written by you and should represent that you actually have your independent thoughts. And once you kind of reach that level, then you're actually able to see yourself available for many opportunities. And this is going to be a marathon more than a sprint. That's the reality, but it is possible.